Hello, welcome back. This is a continued session of solving numerical problems of the unit Solutions of 12th Standard Chemistry. In my previous video, I had solved some of the numerical problems based on units of concentration and vapor pressure. In this video, I am going to solve some of the problems related to colligative properties. Let me consider the first question of this session, that is related to relative lowering of vapor pressure. Here it is. A solution is made by dissolving 30 gram of a non-volatile solute in 90 gram of water. It has a vapor pressure of 2.8 kilopascal at 298 Kelvin. Vapor pressure of pure water is 3.64 kilopascal. Then calculate the molar mass of the solute. If you refer the relative lowering of vapor pressure, we have an equation given as P naught minus P by P naught equals mole fraction. That mole fraction was simplified to another expression, that is W2 into M1 by M2 into W1. In this problem, we want to calculate the answer or value of M2. So, I will simplify this expression by cross multiplying M2 to LHS, which gives W2 M1 by W1 into P0 minus P. And in the numerator, the term cross multiplied will be P0. So these are the terms that I need to substitute. Let me substitute all the values. W2 is mass of solute, which is given as 30 gram, into M1 is molar mass of the solvent, and solvent here is water. Therefore, the molar mass becomes 18. Into P0 is vapor pressure of pure solvent, and pure solvent vapor pressure is given as 3.64 kilopascal, whole divided by W1, which is mass of the solvent, and solvent is given in the question as 90 gram, into, once again I have to consider the vapor pressure of pure solvent, which is 3.64 minus the vapor pressure of solution, and vapor pressure of solution is given as 2.8 kilopascal. Okay, let us reduce this expression. We get 30 into 18 into 3.64 divided by 90 into 0.84. So this will be the simplified equation. Now the final answer on all calculations we get is 26. And since this is molar mass of solute, I might write the unit as gram per mole. So 26 gram per mole is the molar mass of the solute. This is one method of determining molar mass of a solute by using the method of relative lowering of vapor pressure. So this expression is from relative lowering of vapor pressure. Now let's consider question number 9. The boiling point of benzene is 353.23 Kelvin. When 1.80 gram of non-volatile solute was dissolved in 90 gram of benzene, the boiling point is raised to 354.11 Kelvin. Calculate the molar mass of the solute, and the Kb value for benzene is given 2.53 Kelvin kg per mole. From my previous problem, I have to mention one important point, that in these questions they mention the point of non-volatile solute and nothing regarding the molecular dissociation or association. When the molecular association or dissociation is not mentioned, it is taken for granted that Van't Hoff factor value is 1. So even in the previous problem, the value was considered as 1. and even here the I value is going to be 1. Anyway, let us solve this. This is regarding the boiling point elevation. Therefore, I will consider that expression delta TB is equal to Kb into molality. Molality is given as W2 into 1000 by M2 into W1. Okay. And in this problem, once again, we want to calculate molecular mass just like in the previous case. So M2, I'll cross multiply to LHS, which is equal to Kb into W2 into 1000 divided by delta TB into W1. Well, all the values are in the problem given, so directly substitute every value here. Kb is 2.53 into mass of the solute is given as 1.80 gram into 1000 whole divided by delta TB is the elevation of boiling point. Whatever is the change in boiling point according to question, the elevated boiling point is 354.11, whereas the actual pure solvent boiling point was 353.23 Kelvin. So I'll take the difference, 354.11 minus 353.23, this is the difference, into mass of the solvent, which is 90 gram as per the question. So let us simplify this. 2.53 into 1.80 into 1000 divided by 0.88, this is the difference between those two boiling points, into 90. Now use your mathematical intelligence, do the numerical calculation, and finally find out the right answer for this question. And the value for this question is 57.5, and the unit gram per mole. This is the molecular mass. 57.5 gram per mole will be the answer for this question. Let's take this question. 45 gram of ethylene glycol C2H6O2 is mixed with 600 gram of water. Calculate the freezing point of solution. It is understood that for water, the freezing point under normal conditions is 0 degree centigrade or 273.15 Kelvin. Using that data, we have to now find out what is the freezing point of solution. Well, while determining that, we must remember that freezing point will decrease upon addition of a solute. That is called as depression of freezing point, which is also a colligative property. So now let us consider the expression for depression of freezing point, which is given as delta TF is equal to Kf into molality, and molality is W2 into 1000 by M2 into W1. Okay, we want the freezing point of solution, so I would not cross multiply molar mass anyway. So this is different from the previous problem. We are not calculating molar mass. Already molecule is given. So let us substitute everything. Kf is 1.86. This is with respect to water, into mass of ethylene glycol is 45 into 1000 divided by molar mass of ethylene glycol. It's from the formula clear that C2 is 24, H6 is 6, O2 is 32. Add everything, you will get the molecular mass as 62 into mass of the solvent is 600 gram. So 600 gram is the mass. Therefore, the ratio is reduced. You can cancel these things. As I say, usually use your mathematical intelligence. You'll get the answer as quickly as possible. And the right answer from my calculation is 2.25 and the unit is Kelvin. This much of depression of freezing point has taken place. But they want the freezing point of solution. It is not what is the depression. Well, the answer is simple. Delta TF is actually TF naught minus TF. That is freezing point of pure solvent minus the freezing point of solution, because there is a decrease. So, if this is 2.25, then what will be the TF value? Just alter the terms in the equation. Take TF to RHS, send 2.25 to LHS. Well, TF naught value is 0 minus 2.25, because this is 0 degree centigrade, and I get the final answer as minus 2.25 degree centigrade. So solution has a freezing point of minus 2.25 degree centigrade. If you want to express the answer, final answer in Kelvin, just add 273.15 to this value, that is 273.15, and add the value minus 2.25. Of course, even if I say add, since there is a minus in the value, I will get the answer as 270.90 Kelvin. So this is the final answer. The freezing point of solution will be 270.90 Kelvin, less than 0 degree centigrade. Now I have another question on the concept of osmotic pressure. Let's see this. 200 cm cube of an aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means dissolved in water. Of a protein contains 1.26 gram of the protein. The osmotic pressure of such a solution at 300 Kelvin is found to be 2.57 into 10 power minus 3 bar. Calculate the molar mass of the protein. Well, the value of R, that is universal solution constant in this case, is given as 0.083 liter bar per mole per Kelvin. Okay, we must understand something from this unit, that when it is in liter, we have to consider the volume of solution in liter. But in question, it is given 200 cm cube. So first we need to convert that 200 cm cube into liter. Then unit of pressure must be in bar, and amount must be in mole, and temperature must be in Kelvin. Let us apply the formula. Here, the formula of osmotic pressure, pi, is CRT. And if you simplify this, it will give you W2RT by M2V. Okay, substitute all the values. W2 is mass of the solute, that is protein, 1.26 gram, into value of R is 0.083 multiplied by the temperature, that is 300 Kelvin, divided by, I will consider directly pi here because I want to calculate molar mass M2, cross multiply M2 to LHS, pi comes in place of M2, and the value of pi is 2.57 into 10 power minus 3. Pi here is osmotic pressure, not the constant pi value, okay, into the volume. Volume is 200 cm cube. So I must take it as 200 by 1000. 200 by 1000 is 0.2 liters. Yes. So do all the calculations. Your final answer is going to be 61039, approximately 61040. Okay. This as a unit, gram per mole. That is the molecular mass of the protein. Have a look at it. Let's take the next question. Okay. A solution containing 0.5 gram of KCl. Remember, KCl is an electrolyte. Dissolved in 100 gram of water freezes at minus 0.24 degrees centigrade. Calculate the percentage ionization of the salt, and Kf value is given. So it is easy to understand that the concept is related to depression of freezing point, but we want to calculate what is the percentage of dissociation. That percentage of dissociation can be understood if we include the value of Van't Hoff factor. Van't Hoff factor is I. So now what we can do is, using the given data, first we will find out the probable or possible molar mass of KCl. Once when we understand what is the KCl calculated answer, molar mass, using the original molar mass and calculated molar mass, we can easily find out what is I value. And if we know the Van't Hoff factor, we can further determine the percentage of dissociation. Okay, now let's see. It is given the solution is containing 0.5 gram. Anyway, the freezing point is given, so I'll write directly the expression for depression of freezing point, that is delta TF equals Kf into W2 into 1000 by M2 into W1. As I said, we will first find out the molar mass. So M2 is equal to Kf into W2 into 1000 by delta TF into W1. So let us substitute all the values. Kf is given 1.86 into mass of solute 0.5 into 1000 divided by delta TF is the difference. So if I do 0 minus of minus 0.24, the difference is going to be 0.24. I hope this is clear. From the value given here, 0.24 degree centigrade with minus is the freezing point of solution. But we want delta TF, which is 0 minus of minus this value. So I would say 0 minus of this value, which is positive value 0.24, into W1, that is mass of solvent, which is given as 100 gram in the question. So the molecular mass from this data, if you calculate, will be 38.75 gram per mole, which is a wrong answer, because KCl is well known for anybody. KCl is the sum of K and Cl. 39 plus 35.5 will give you 74.5. This must be the molecular mass. The calculation would have given the right answer as 74.5, but we have found the answer as 38.75. So what is the value of I? Is 74.5. This is the molecular mass, Van't Hoff factor in terms of molecular mass. So the actual molecular mass, or experimental value, by the theoretically calculated value 38.75 will give us the answer 1.92. This is not 2 exactly, 1.92, which means KCl is not 100% dissociated in water. Though it is a strong electrolyte, we are getting some information from a practical observation here from this problem that KCl is not undergoing 100% ionization. It is only 1.92. Then what is the percentage ionization? Let's see that. If I say KCl dissociation as K plus and Cl minus, of course this must be a reversible reaction because it is not 100%. Just now we understood. If the value was 2, I would have said 100% dissociation. So it is a reversible side. Let's say initially it is 1 mole and K plus and Cl minus would be 0, 0 because no dissociation initially. If the dissociation extent is alpha, that is degree of dissociation alpha, By that time K plus and Cl minus also will be alpha and alpha, because one KCl gives one K plus and one Cl minus. Alpha KCl gives alpha K plus and alpha Cl minus. So finally at equilibrium, KCl remaining is 1 minus alpha, K plus total is alpha, Cl minus total is alpha. So what is the total moles at equilibrium? Total moles is 1 minus alpha plus alpha plus alpha. Consider all three particles. So the sum is 1 plus alpha minus alpha plus alpha cancelled. So this 1 plus alpha must be equal to our Van 't Hoff factor, because that is the number of particles. Therefore I is equal to 1 plus alpha. So what is alpha? I minus 1, which is equal to 1.92 minus 1, and I am getting the answer 0.92, and if I express alpha in percentage, the answer becomes 92% multiplied by 100. So 92% is the percentage dissociation of KCl happened in water according to this problem. I hope the concept is clear. For better understanding, rewind and replay, you will get the answer. That's all from this session. We have solved the problems on the concepts of colligative properties, all the 4 colligative properties, and also the Van 't Hoff factor. If you want to learn more, better, please consider some more problems of the chapter solutions and try to solve based on whatever you have understood from the previous and this video. Thank you so much for watching.